Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Anchor Brewing Company, and it is a bottle of their California Lager, coming in at 4.9% ABV. Anchor Brewing, one of America's finest and one of America's original craft brewers. Been brewing since 1896, well over 115 years old. It's a nice old brewery. There's the bottle cap. Let's get this lager out into a glass and see what we get. This has been lagered, well, it's been brewed at Anchor Brewing, and it was also, they mention it on the label that it's been lagered there. There we go. That looks like a very nice, almost looks like a Pilsner to me. A nice, almost like kind of a pale ale Pilsner, if that makes any sense to you. It looks like a pale ale, looks like a Pilsner. Nice carbonation rising up the middle of the glass. There's a little bit of a haze going on with this beer. It's a 2-finger white head. Let's get the aroma then. Yep, and it smells like a lager. Lemon, bit of lime. You get that grain in there, that kind of malty, kind of 2-row malty grain. I'm going to dive in. Cheers. And that tastes like a pretty decent, sessionable, drinkable lager at 4.9% ABV. You get the impression, or not the impression, you know if it's been brewed by Anchor that it's been brewed to a certain quality. It's going to be very good. You get that. It's a really good, solid lager, this. And it's not trying to be anything different. It's trying to be a good lager. Out in California, it reaches 40 plus degrees in the summer. It's really hot. And I bet on a hot day, next to the sea, in a bar, this would taste unbelievably divine. It would be the best lager you've ever drank in your life, because it's drunk at the right place at the right time. Here I'm drinking it, it's hammering down with rain outside, it's the middle of February. It's a nice lager. I'm not getting you. I'm not kind of dissing this beer. But that's all it is. It's a crisp, fresh, nicely carbonated, slightly grainy and malty, slightly hoppy, with a bit of bitterness on the back end. Bit of kind of lemon bitterness, a lager. And I'm not slating lager. I'm not standing here saying it's lager is actually I am. I've changed my mind. Lager's a little bit boring to me. it's a little bit boring. It's a little bit kind of, everyone drunk it in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Now everyone's kind of ditching lager and they're drinking pale ales, IPAs, stouts, porters, Belgian wheat beers, bocks, you name it. People are drinking all different types of beer. I think where I am, lager's had its day. Again, I will go back to this review, I will go back to the beer, and I will say Anchor California Lager. If I wanted a beer to refresh me on the side of the California coast in a bar with some pizza or some fries, then yes, this would go down a complete storm. But when it comes to reviewing a lager, there's not a whole lot you can say. It's a very good lager. To rate this in a lager class, this would be top of the class. It's a fantastic, slightly hoppy lager with nice grainy tastes from the malt. If I was to put this in a lager class and just think lager, we know the song, then this would get a 9 out of 10. If I was to put the whole beer spectrum together and say this has got to go up against all the different beers in the world and I got to give it a rating, then I would give it a 6. It's just where it is. It's just where lager is at the moment. And I think, yeah, there we go. Anyway, I can't bang on anymore about lager. But I will ask you to comment on this. Put your kind of comments in the comments box. Let me know your feelings on what you think of lager and what you think of the craft beer scene at the moment. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.